Oh, what's up, YouTube, Facebook? Marky Mark here, guys. Thanks for watching my channel. I'm sitting out here on the boulevard, out here on the yellow bench here. The sea is out that way, and you guys can see the businesses behind me and so forth, the palm trees or coconut trees. But guys, I'm just sitting out here relaxing. It's about 72 degrees, 75 degrees. Really nice out here tonight. Probably more like 75 degrees. Slight breeze blowing. I mean, it's the kind of night, man, you really can just meditate, think, be thankful. And as I was sitting out here just enjoying the night, people watching and just checking my cell phone and just doing the stuff that we do, guys, a thought came across my mind, and that is how lucky I am. Honestly, guys, I just got lucky. Um, I can probably do a shout out to my dad, man, because, sometimes what do you call it? The branch doesn't fall far from the tree, or whatever that saying is. You guys know what I'm talking about. Because he was always a determined person, a positive person, always had a positive mindset. And I just took after him. Matter of fact, my mindset might be even stronger, guys. As a matter of fact, I know it's even stronger because everything that I've ever really wanted in my life, whether it was to get first chair in the 8th grade as a clarinetist, if you will, whether it's to make a basketball team, whether it's to score so many points in a game, whether it's to whatever it is, I always seem to pull it off. But this is my biggest accomplishment yet. And when I think about it, yeah, it was determination, but it was also some luck involved. When I was in network marketing, we used to use the acronym LUCK, L-U-C-K, labor under correct knowledge. When you're laboring under correct knowledge, man, the luckier you get. Some people don't like the word luck. They call it fortunate, consequences, blessed, whatever word you choose, man. But there was some luck involved. And I'm going to tell you why. Guys, before I moved to the Philippines, I was a hot mess. I was a hot mess physically. I was a hot mess financially. I was a hot mess mentally. And while I was in North Carolina, man, going through what I was going through, especially psychologically, and nobody really knew it because I really didn't talk to a lot of people about it. But I had a constant battle going on in my brain. And it was like, honestly, give me Philippines or give me death. Because I knew this was my happy place. And I was just like you guys, man. So I was home, lying on the bed, watching hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos about different cities in the Philippines. I watched hundreds of videos of different vloggers, even here where I am in Dipolog, and I was a hot mess, guys. I really was. And it's really by sheer luck that I'm over here. Because I promise you, less than 1% of the people out there, had they gone through what I was going through, psychologically, mentally, spiritually, physically, all of that stuff, they would not have pulled the trigger and bought those plane tickets. Matter of fact, I've got a Facebook friend, and she posted a comment on one of my pictures or videos, and she says, Mark, personally, I don't think you need to be flying over there. I don't think you need to be flying 8,800 miles to the Philippines in your health condition. Diabetes, severe neuropathy throughout my body, you know, financials, physicals. At one point, I could barely walk, guys. Literally, I could barely walk. And then it got so bad, I really wanted to help the family out. So I got a piece of a job at Walmart part-time. Some of y'all don't know this, man. I got a job at Walmart in the janitor. They didn't call it janitorial there. They called it, I forget what they called it, but it is basically being a janitor. And I worked that job part-time. And that's when my syncope got worse. And I literally almost fainted twice on the job. One time I was cleaning the bathroom. The other time I was, drive dust mopping the floor. And, I would get home at night, 10 o'clock, 10:15 at night, and I was absolutely miserable, man. In pain, feeling yucky, depressed. But all I kept thinking was, give me Philippines or give me death. Because I was at the point that I knew that if I stayed in the United States, if I stayed in North Carolina where I could not get the help that I needed, I could not get the pain medications that I needed, I could not get the attention that I needed for the condition that I was in. And I had already watched, or not watched, I'm part of a couple of neuropathy groups on Facebook, tens of thousands of people. And every one of them, doom and gloom. They talk about how there's no cure. They're talking about different creams and ointments and massages and medications and all these different type of things, guys. And none of them works. They might give you relief for a few months, a few weeks. And even then, you can't live your life. You're spending most of your hours during the day rubbing your legs, rubbing your feet, putting ointments and drinking herbs and eating herbs and all that other stuff. I mean, it really was crazy, guys. And I said, I want to live my life. I want to live my life, and I don't want to live like this, because to me, that wasn't living. And when I got to the point where I had enough, I had enough at Walmart, I had enough of North Carolina, I had enough of my living condition. And guys, I just tightened up, man. I just tightened up. I figured it out. And I always say, when you really get sick and tired, when you get to the point where you truly had enough, trust me, you will figure out a way to get it done. I always believe that, man. And this always happened to me. I've always figured out a way to get it done. And you can always figure out a way to get it done when you truly get sick and tired of being sick and tired. But it does take a little bit of luck, guys, because things could have went terribly wrong for me. When I bought that ticket from San Francisco to Davao City, Philippines, San Francisco, California, to Davao City, Philippines, anything could have happened, guys. I could have had a stroke. I could have anything, severe hypoglycemia, severe hyperglycemic. So many things could have went wrong. And so many things tried to go wrong. But I didn't give up. Then later on, I bought the ticket from North Carolina to San Francisco. I bought the tickets for 4 nights at the hotel in Davao City. And each month and each week, I actually planned, what am I going to buy? What part of this trip am I going to buy? Because I couldn't do the whole thing at one time. In some kind of way, guys, it was determination, it was good fortune, it was luck. So many things came into play. I had lost over 20 pounds from the stress, from the sickness. And but I didn't give up, man. I just didn't give up. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you guys is because I got lucky. Too many things could have went wrong. I mean, if you go back and watch one of my previous videos, I talked about how I flew from North Carolina to the Philippines with $37 in my pocket. Now, yes, I did have a deposit hitting my bank account once I arrived in Davao City. But even during that flight, during that 30 hours of traveling and layovers in multiple airports, I only had 37 bucks in my pocket. 37 USD in my pocket, guys. Some people won't go across town with less than $40 in their pocket. I went 8,800 miles with less than $40 in my pocket. Like I said, anything could have went wrong. I got lucky. I got lucky. But there's something to be said about belief. Yeah, things could have went terribly wrong, guys, but as I sit out here, man, looking over the sea, looking at the mountains in the background, the lights back there in another area, I see the kids running around here on the boulevard. I see the business. I feel the breeze. I see families and kids just enjoying themselves out here. And man, I'm telling you, man, I have no regrets. This is the best thing I could have ever done. Some of you guys asked me about the cost of medications. You asked me about the hotel. Some of you guys put in the comments about, you know, how much my apartment is and all that. Let me just tell you, man, your dollar goes a long way over here. And if you don't get greedy, and if it's just you, right? If it's just you, yeah, you can get by with a grand, a little over a grand, and live very, very comfortably. You can even travel to some other cities and so forth. Now, I don't know how high of a level you want to live, but I'm a simple guy, man. I'm a simple guy. I love nice things, but I'm a simple guy. And I enjoy good food, right? I enjoy peace, serenity, joy, happiness. And even right now, guys, I'm extremely happy. Just out here making this video. You know, in case anybody runs up, I got my Marky Mark business cards. I can hand them. A lot of people in DePolo know who I am right now. Um, you know, I was even invited. I was even had a nice dinner. Had a nice dinner with someone that I respect in the community. We had a nice dinner together tonight. Um, he is American, and he said, "Hey, I want to celebrate the 4th of July with an American, even though the day is the 5th of July. But it was the 4th. It's the 4th of July right now in America." And so, yeah, we had a nice dinner together. He and I, we talked and had a good time. Uh, but yeah, guys, I couldn't ask for anything more. But as I'm out here just thinking and people watching and just watching, you know, watching everybody walk by and watching people jog by and on roller skates and skateboards. A lot of them are looking at me right now like, oh my God, there's a YouTuber, there's a vlogger. Yep, Marky Mark is back, right? But guys, I just want to let you know, make up in your mind, find your happy place. First of all, where is it that you'll truly be happy? And you make a game plan. And don't try to make a perfect game plan. Just make your game plan. But yeah, it's going to take a little bit of luck because anything can go wrong. And some things probably will, no, some things will go wrong. I know it did for me. But I'm so blessed, so fortunate, so lucky that through sheer determination and just sheer grit, it was Philippines or die for me. And, you know, I kind of, people don't like to hear me say that, but I truly believe that if it's something that you really want and something that's going to save your life, because I knew Philippines was going to save my life. Now, trust me, Philippines is not for everybody. You know, Thailand might be for you. Japan might be for you. The next city over from where you live might be for you. I don't know. Fortunately for me, hey buddy, fortunately for me, the Philippines is my happiness. Yeah, I'm glad I took that risk. And even if things would have terribly went wrong, I still wouldn't have had any regrets because I believe that once you make that decision, you go for it and you go all in. So, will it take some luck? Yeah. But remember, L-U-C-K, luck. Labor under correct knowledge. That's what you got to do, guys. That's what you got to do. So you guys have a great, I know in the United States, it's 4th of July right now, up until midnight. It's the 5th of July here in the Philippines, guys. But thanks for watching. I'm Marky Mark here in Dipolog, Philippines. Remember, guys, stay safe. Keep your head on the swivel. And don't trust anybody 100%. Talk to you later.